Brahmavidyopanishad. Brahmavidya Upanishad. This Brahmavidyopanishad is part of the Krishna Yajurveda, having 110 mantras. Brahmavidyopanishad is an elaborate description and discussion on the Pranava, Omkaram, and it explains in detail various aspects from the micro to the macro level, from the smallest seed form to the vast expansive form of the Akara, Ukara, Makara and the Ardhamatra, the amplification of these four matras. That is the beginning of the Brahma Vidya Upanishad. And Rigvedo Garhyapatyam cha Prithvi Brahma evacha Akarasya Sharirantu Vyakyatam Brahmavadibihi Yajurvedantarikshanta Dakshinagnistataivacha Vishnuscha Bhagavan Devakaraha Parikirtitaha Samavedastatadyauscha Havaniyascha Tahaivacha Ishra Paramo Devo Makaraha Parikirtitaha means Akara has been equated to the Rigveda and Garhapatyam, Garhapatyagni, the earth and the Brahma, means Akara has a symbolic, is the symbolic or is the expression, is the manifestation of the Rigveda, Garhapatyagni, the Bhumi, the earth, and Bhagavan Brahmadeva. So, four dimensions of Akara. Similarly, the Ukara of the Pranava is the Yajurveda, then it is the Antarikshaha, that is the sky. Then the Dakshinagni it is, then the Bhagavan Vishnu. Similarly, the Makara has been explained beautifully as the Arthamatras is explained, and the Akara as the sun, the Ukara as the moon, and the Makara as the brilliant bright light, brilliance. In the same way, each and every aspect of the Akara, Ukara, Makara and the Ardhamatra have been explained in a most brilliant symbolic way, which expresses that the entire world is a symbolic of Om, or the whole world is an expression of the Om. And how Akara, Ukara, Makara, by an imagery linking, symbolizing, permeates and pervades in the entire creation. Then the Darshanopanishad explains the practice of Omkara of the 16 matras. We keep on hearing the word matra many times. Matra is just a syllable. The time taken to pronounce the time taken to pronounce the time taken to pronounce u. Like this, the time taken to pronounce aksharas, ekakshara, samyuktakshara, dviakshara, triakshara, and words, sentences, and the combination of aksharas, samyuktaksharas, dviaksharas. This is how the measurement of time is done. And these measurements are also used in synchronizing and harmonizing practice of pranayama. And by arranging these words and sounds, letters and the sentences in a specific form, mantras have been created. And by chanting and repeating those mantras in a specific manner for a specific time, in a specific speed, for a specific period, generates an amount of energy and also balances by eliminating the imbalances. And this is the entire practice of the Omkaraha, Pranavaha. So all words, all sounds, all syllables, all aksharas are nothing but various permutations and combinations and expressions of the akara, ukara, makara. That is how Pranava is the Shabda Brahman. Pranavaha is the Nada Brahman. Pranavaha is the beginning and end of all the sounds, all the letters, all the sentences. And that is how Pranava mantra is the most powerful and important mantra. So whenever we hear 8 matras, means whether it is the time taken to pronounce 8 Ekakshara matras, Dviyakshara matras, like that, there will be a specification will be there. If no specification is given, it is always meant single akshara pronunciation. For example, in the Brahmavidyopanishad, practice of Swadasha Matra Pranava Abhyasa is given. Practice of Omkara of 16 matras means 16 times of chanting one syllable. Now, Om, by describing this matras, the Upanishad goes brilliantly. It says that A is the Ekaha, U is the, and M is the Trimatraha. That means in O, in U, there is a combination of Dvi-matras. That's why whenever we chant Om, it should not be chanted as A, U, M. No, because O is already contains Akara and Ukara. The M always contains the 3. So this is how the chanting and the clarification is given in the Brahmavidyopanishad. Then the Upanishad describes importance of Guru Bhakti. It talks about the Guru Bhakti, the importance of Guru Bhakti. Veda Shastrani Chanyani Padapam Sumivaha Tajet Guru Bhaktim Sada Kuriyat Shreyase Bhuyase Naraha. The practitioner should have Guru Bhakti, a devotion, respect, honor, humility towards Guru, and that Guru Bhakti Sada Kuriyat Shreyas, it helps him for the progress. And Gurureva Harihi Sakshan Anyaha Ityabravit Shruti. Shruti, the Shruti Vakyam is that Guru is Sakshat Harihi. Harihi has other meaning also. Harihi means who removes, who eliminates. And surrendering, worshipping and devotion to the Guru, he removes, eliminates all the imbalances, all the unnecessary things by properly guiding. That is why he is a Guru. That's why he is a Hari. And this is how Guru Bhakti has been spoken beautifully in the Brahmavidyopanishad. And the Upanishad goes further explaining the Trividha Acharyas, the three types of Acharyas, Chodakaha, Bodhakaha, Mokshadaha. Very beautiful it is. The three types of Acharyas, Trividha Acharyaha, it calls it. Trividha, three types. Chodako, Bodhakaschaiva, Mokshadascha, Paraha Smrtaha. Ityesham Trividho Jneyaha Acharyastu Mahitale. Chodako Darshayen Margaha, Bodhakaha Sthanamaadishet, Mokshadastu Param Tattvam, Yajñatvam Mrtamashnute. What is Chodaka? What is Bodhaka? What is Mokshada? Chodaka Acharyaha, Bodhaka Acharyaha, Mokshada Acharyaha. Chodaka Acharyaha is a prompter who prompts, who awakens. So the Chodakaha is the prompter, Bodhakaha is the awakener, and Mokshadaha is the bestower of liberation. And the Chodakaha is the person who inspires, and he shows the pupil, the disciple, what is the right path. There is another word, Deshikaha is there. He who shows Disha. Ramanuja is called Deshikendra. An Acharya, a person who shows the direction, not a physical direction, direction of thought, direction of emotions, to which direction the emotions and thoughts are to be directed, to which direction one's personality should be directed. That director is the prompter, Chodakaha. And who is the awakener? Bodhakaha, who awakens, who inspires the person. His own faith in himself, his own capacities are unlocked. He makes a person to believe in his capacities. He makes a person to understand his capacities. He makes the person to stand by himself. He is called as Bodhakaha. And who is the Mokshadaha? Who grants, who bestows moksha, liberation. Who makes a person to establish himself in immortality. A beautiful description of the Acharyaha, Vividha Acharyaha it is called, Trividha Acharyaha it is called. And then the Upanishad describes about the various timings, practices of the Pranava Upasana, Omkara Upasana, where it is to be practiced, when it is to be practiced. And as we all are aware by now, that practice of Omkaraha, chanting of Akara, Ukara, Makara, in various matras, various dimensions, and by that establishing oneself in the primordial foundation of these, the Hamsaha is the Hamsa Vidyaha. And that is the various explanations the Upanishad goes in talking about the Pranava Upasana, Hamsa Upasana it is. The Upanishad talks about the Yama, that is Pranava Hamsa Anusandhanatmakam Pratyaksha Yajanam, a direct actual application it says, pratyaksha yajanam dehe sankshepaach shrunu gautamaha tenesthasa naroyati shashvatam padamavyayam swayameva kratam pashyehe binducha nishkalam ayena dveja vishushve sada pashyati margavit kratva yamam pura vatsa recha poraka kumbhakan पूर्वं च उभयामुच्चार्य अर्चयेतु यथाक्रमं नमस्कारेण योगेन मुद्रयारभ्य च अर्चयेत् सूर्यस्य ग्रहणं वत्स प्रत्यक्ष यजनं स्मृतं. Wonderfully he talks. When it is to be practiced, the junction of the Ida and the Pingala and the junction of the night and the day. The junction of night and day is twice, in the morning and in the evening. In those junction of the day and the night, if the junction of the Ida and the Pingala are attained, and with that timing, the Hamsa Upasana is done, is highly beneficial. This is the sum and substance of the whole dimension. That is, practice of Omkara Sadhana in the Ushodaya and the Sayam Sandhya is an important dimension. Prescribed practical timing is given. And then, by that, the Hamsa Phala Labdhi Sthanam is given. What happens when the person, practitioner establishes Praninam Dehamadhyet Sthito Hamsaha Sadachyute Hamsa Eva Param Satyam Hamsa Evatu Satyakam Hamsa Eva Param Vakyam Hamsa Evatu Vaidikam Hamsa Eva Paros Rudro Hamsa Eva Paratmanam Sarvam Devasya Madhyesthe Hamsa Eva Mahishwaraha. Hamsaha, here we should remember that it is the base of Om, not Akara, Ukara, Makara or the Ardhamatra. The chanting of the Om merges into Hamsaha, the root of the base, the ultimate of the Omkara Abhyasaha, that is Hamsaha, and that is the Param Satyam, and that is the Satyam, that is the Param Vakyam, and that is the Vaidikam, and that is the Rudraha, that is the Paramatmaha. This is how Brahmavidyopanishad enhances the symbolic imagery of the Akara from a seed level to the highest level. Then the Hamsa Yoga Bhyasaha is also to be practiced. Very beautifully it gives 3 hours, Puraka, Rechaka, Kumbhaka, Triyamam it is. And if it is practiced 3 times or 3 hours, the benefits are wonderful. Then the Upanishad talks about the Hamsa Asana Nirupanam. What should be the asana to be practiced? Pranapana Samananchodana Vyanaucha Vayavaha Pancha Karmendri Yuktaha Kriya Shakti Balodjitaha Naga Kurmascha Prakaro Devadatto Dhananjayaha Pancha Jnanendri Yukta Jnana Shakti Balodjotaha Pavakaha Shakti Madhyetu Nabhichakre Rivastitaha Brahmamudra Krata Ena Nasagretu Salochane. Turning both the eyes to the tip of the nose, Nasagre, Svalochane, practicing Brahmamudra, adopting Brahmamudra, and both eyes are focused on the tip of the nose, Nasagre. This is the best position for the practice of Hamsa Yoga. That is, sit in comfortable posture, gain mastery of the pranas, turn the eyes to the tip of the nose, adopting Brahma Mudra. Then practice the Omkara. That is the best and most efficient practice of the Pranavopasana prescribed by Brahmavidyopanishad. And the prescribed asana is the Siddhasana. Then Jalandhara Mudra is given. And the number of breaths in 24 hours. The Brahmavidyopanishad beautifully not prescribes, measures how many times we breathe in a day. All of us. It says that we breathe 21,600 times. We can calculate per minute what will be our breathing. And that is how the Brahmavidyopanishad describes that Sahasramekam Dvayuktam Shatshatam Chaiva Sarvada Ucharan Patitoham Saha Sohamityavidhiyate. Purvabhage means why it measures is if in a day 21,600 times Omkara Abhyasa is done, Yoga Siddhi is assured. This is how the Upanishad puts it. Means every breath is associated with the chanting of the Om. And that is how the Brahmavidyopanishad explains brilliantly the actual practice of the asana, actual practice of the pranayama, actual practice of chanting of the Om. And once that has come, the contemplation of the Hamsa Yogin, beautifully the Upanishad describes from the shlokas, from the mantras, 81 mantra, 81st mantra through the 110 mantra, means 30 mantras, Hamsa Yoginaha Anusandheya Atmasarupam. How Hamsa Yoga, practice of Omkar, takes a person, makes him to experience the Atma Tattvam. Brilliantly, 30 mantras have been given. And all these mantras are most powerful and wonderful mantras. 81 to the 110 mantras. And that is how the whole Upanishad at the end concludes with the explaining that Omkara Abhyasa is the practice of Hamsa Abhyasa, and that is the ultimate aim of the Brahmavidya Upanishad. And Brahmavidyopanishad systematically elaborates how Akara, Ukara, Makara and Ardhamatra to be chanted, how much time it should be chanted, how each Varna, each Akshara, each syllable to be chanted for how much matras, with how much breathing time, at what time in a day. All these descriptions are found and suggested in the Brahma Vidya Upanishad. And beautifully, this is the Hamsa Vidya, and that is how from Hamsa Vidya Upasana, Hamsa Yoga Upasana, one attains Brahma Vidya, and that is the ultimate of the Hamsavidya Upanishad. Let's conclude here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.